Welcome to Personalized Learning in Corporate America podcast. My name is Mashif White and I'll be your host. I'm sure you're hearing the term personalized learning in the educational chatterspheres and halls of higher education now and probably around the boardroom tables in corporate America. Or maybe this is your first time. And believe it or not, the term personalized learning did not get coined until 1903 and got its claim to fame in the late 1990s when the term was rebranded from individualized learning to personalized learning. The 21st century is when it really caught wind and went mainstream. But how? Well, that's how it works in corporate America. If you recall the Malcolm Gladwell, the critically acclaimed author of Blink, Tipping Point, David and Goliath, and countless other writings who spoke about choice and happiness. He did a TED Talk about spaghetti sauce, specifically how Prego was failing in the market next to Ragu, until Dr. Howard Moskowitz reinvented the spaghetti sauce market with choice. Now, let me bring you full circle with exactly what that means. So, we're speaking about now Ragu spaghetti sauce, who was at its height in the 1980s at the top of its game. It was the premier sauce. It was the traditional spaghetti sauce. And yeah, there was Prego and they were doing their commercials about what that looked like and how that was going to feel. However, they would show the Prego sauce and they'd drip it right down there onto this plate and it would sink right to the bottom. And that's how Prego marketed its spaghetti sauce. But Prego was still not winning in the market. Even though Prego, you pour it on top and it adheres to the spaghetti. It was by far a better spaghetti sauce. But tradition won over Prego. So Moskowitz came in and they called him in and he went into Campbell's and he went into their headquarters and he told them, this is what we need to do, Prego. And he had them invent 45 different Prego spaghetti sauces. He took those spaghetti sauces on the road. He went and he gathered as many people as he could and he put them in a really big room. And after that, he separated them and segmented them into different groups. He gave them 10 sauces each and he said, I need you to rate these sauces 0 to 100. 10 sauces. And that's what they did. As a result, they came out with 3 different Prego sauces. The first Prego sauce was plain, the second one was spicy, and that last Prego sauce was extra chunky. Extra chunky. Now what on earth are we going to do with extra chunky sauce? Well, they took Dr. Moskowitz's word for it and they put it on the market. Well, lo and behold, when that spaghetti sauce hit the market, it was off and running. Prego earned $600 million over the next 10 years. And what does that mean in today's language? That means they brought in $2 billion with that one spaghetti sauce. So they are now winning in the market. Now, of course, Ragu wasn't just going to sit by and let that go. After 10 years of not winning, they too jumped on that bandwagon. And Ragu, the traditional spaghetti sauce that everyone loved, reinvented themselves. And if you look on the market today, you'll see 36 different spaghetti sauces with Ragu in 6 different varieties, whether it be cheese or robusto and light, rich and hearty, extra chunky garden, and then, of course, the old world traditional. Now, you're probably saying, Mashif, what on earth does that have to do with personalized learning in corporate America? Well, let me tell you. Let me put personalized learning into perspective. Let's interject personalized learning into that Prego sauce and traditional learning into the Ragu world style traditional sauce and toss them both into today's job market in corporate America. Now, let me ask you, why do we have more jobs available in 2018 than we have people to fill them? Well, there's an answer to that. U.S. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross talks about White House Workforce Development Program.
Right now, we have actually more job openings than we have unemployed people. And part of the reason for that is that they lack the skills, the unemployed people. So we've got to have a mechanism for giving them the equivalent of apprenticeship and other education.
If we look at the top 21 largest public companies in the U.S., we can see a makeup of technology, banking, transportation, products and services, health, and oil. And of those 21 companies, eight are technology, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. So 1/3 of the 7 million jobs available in the market today fall into either professional, business, healthcare, or social assistance categories. And this is as of May 2018. We have 3.7% unemployment, which is a healthy record to date. Around 6 million people who need to fulfill the 7 million jobs that are available. We have our students that are graduating high school and entering college with the hopes of course, earning that Bachelor of Science degree, and off to the employment races they go to earn, massive amounts of money and buy fancy cars and big houses. But that's not quite what our students are saying today.
I had this idea that, oh, if I do get enrolled into a good university, then of course I'm gonna get a job right, after I graduate. That's how I thought it was gonna be.
You almost lose hope and want to take a new direction in life. Sometimes you even think about going back to school to achieve another degree. Maybe it'll take you a different path, which is in a sense spending more money because school is very expensive. Higher education is even more expensive than a bachelor's degree now.
I just felt like I was competing against a lot of other people who were more qualified, who were taking lower entry positions, probably because, just like me, they had to get what they could. So it was just really frustrating. Anything that I thought I might be able to do, I just started applying for, because I was like, maybe they'll get back to me. I don't know.
The top companies today have certain expectations. There are those that suggest students are not primed for the job markets because they are learning history, studying great philosophers, and interpreting beautiful art. As a result, students are unable to master the basic hiring skills such as communication and personal responsibility. This may be indeed what corporate America is looking for in a new hire. Now, Chuck Wilson, who is the executive director, says,
certainly, in the early stages of when a new person comes to work there, especially in the first 6 weeks, I've always felt that it's very critical to have a good training program, kind of an engagement program with these new employees to help them understand what your company does, help them understand what the expectations are. It's very, very important to understand the culture of the company. If you have that entrepreneurial spirit, or if you're more of a corporate structured kind of person, so that they know what to expect and they know how to react to that.
In that training and engagement, there needs to be specifics. Those specifics are personalized learning using technology. The diversity, cultural differences, and disparities in socioeconomic backgrounds plays a unique role in the workplace. The customization of empowering the employee to take control of their learning. Look, personalized learning is not just technology. Personalization is the person. A more robust personalized learning strategy can be curtailed to that individual and pinpoint his or her strengths or areas of opportunity. Even if we're using game-based personalized learning and other resources, the opportunity to have fun while keeping with the corporate strategy. This is a better use of the means to adjust not only to the particular learning style of the employee, but to where the employee is exhibiting struggles and address those accordingly. Different learning for different people, different cultures, different personalities. We have fundamentally been trained to think there's only one way to learn, and that is in front of a classroom, in front of your training room. Give everyone the same information and expect classic results. Remember, Our employees are plain, spicy, and extra chunky. We continue to embrace tradition and make that the universal way. We have to go beyond the traditional universals. And we have to know that we have variables. There are differences among us. How you learn compared to how I learn. Embracing diversity and coupling that with personalized learning solutions is the way to true happiness.